What's up YouTube? Una here to bring you another OPTC video, and today we're going to do the Clash with Doflamingo. I have nothing new for you really. This Slashers team has been done kind of before, except instead of this Arlong from the Fortnite, I've typically used this Arlong, the Slasher Arlong. He has a much better attack, but the story Arlong has a little bit better special. It only boosts by 0.25, but in terms of non-free-to-play options, you could use this guy. He's amazing with his ability to change his own orb and his ability to boost slashers by 1.75 for 2 turns if you wait that long. So that's an incredible special and extremely valuable for slashers. It makes this raid really easy. Additionally, you could use Fossa here. Fossa is another great unit that boosts, but those two don't stack. So you have to choose Fossa or choose Zoro. But other than that, this is your free-to-play team. I do have the the Dex Raidhawk for lead, of course. Usopp and Perona, who will bring actually my level auto heal up to 15. There's actually, it would be better actually if I had Bind. Alright, so here we go, let's jump into this. So I'm doing this without Bind, so this is, you do it with Bind, this is going to make it so much easier. So just keep that in mind, that this walkthrough is showing you like worst case scenario, you have no Bind, you could still pull this off, it's not going to be a problem at all. Alright, so what's going to happen is that Dex guy will bind Dex units for 2 turns, so that takes out your Captain ability. So even with finishing attacks, you'll see I do basically like no damage here, and it's going to be like that for 2 turns. So you're just going to have to suck up not only a hit from this guy, but a hit from the top guy too when you have no bind. Having at least level 1 auto heal would have pushed, allowed me to push through at this point, and made it so much easier. But hey, it is what it is, and I really suck at hitting this raid Arlongs. Perfect timing. I just don't ever use them, and I also don't really like the Mr. 1. So I'm gonna miss those a lot just because Mr. 1's is so fast, and Arlong's is slightly longer than when like his sword actually hits. Like I hate it when the little yellow display markers hit at a different time from when the character animation hits the unit. So that can be really frustrating. But as I was saying, so with free-to-play slashers is totally doable, but you do have to be careful. In terms of free-to-play, it's basically the 2 Arlongs and Mr. 1 are the best units. Chaka sucks. And obviously there's some great, rare recruit ones, but here's your free-to-play slashers team. And I'm going to give you the warning right now. It's not easy, guys. I was really hoping to stall additional 2 turns there, but I guess not. It's really easy to just miss your attacks and just die, because literally I don't think I've ever not gone the max number of stall turns against Doflamingo, just because you just don't do enough damage with the free-to-play units. I mean, especially with Zoro and Fossa, you can do tons of damage. And if I had room for an orb booster, I would, but there's just really not many options right now. You have to have the Usopp, you have to have a damage reducer, and it just so happens these are my units for that. Mr. 1 does do damage reduction, but it's only 50%, so he's not really actually useful for this. So the turtle here, we're gonna take a hit from this turtle here, and you'll see that he hits for, I don't know, like 1,000, 2,280. So he doesn't hit too hard, but like a team like you saw in the beginning when you don't have the anti-bind, you take damage really quick in this mission. So literally, again, this is not like a speed video, or like this is really just, hey, I need a Doflamingo, I have these units, I need to get them near max. How do I do it? This is what you need to do. This is your team. I started talking about the Arlong earlier, the story Arlong. He totally works. I've done it with story Arlong. I've done it with this raid Arlong. I find both to be just fine. I think that the 0.25 burst is just slightly better for that first burst round with story Arlong. I'm not sure if it actually is, but I just feel that way. It's consistent. I mean, as long as you hit your perfects, you'll beat him. You have to have really bad orb luck in order for this to not work, but it could happen. So that's why I say free-to-play slashers aren't necessarily the way to go. Usually you want to go kind of the Blackbeard, or the fastest is, I think, Monster Chopper. Obviously G3 teams are really good, but if you're just starting out, obviously you really want that Doflamingo. This is the way to get it, right? You bring Usopp, max out your Arlong, and Mr. 1, you should be good to go. You won't really need too many special ups. So, alright, here we go with Mr. Doflamingo himself, and I've got really good orbs here for this round. So his first thing he's going to do is cut your health in half, which isn't going to matter for us. For a team that has no anti-bind, we took a lot of damage up earlier. Again, you don't have to do that, but I was just showing you the worst case scenario. Go ahead and rock both of your Mihawk specials to bring them down to, was that like 49% health, I think? There you go. And then what you'll want to do is just go ahead and activate your Arlong and your Mr. 1 on the same turn. Since we farmed for Strength Orbs on that last turn, we're gonna use both of them here. Royal Guard. Okay. And just target the top one. That's the general rule. No matter what team you bring, always target the top one first. That's just how you roll. And let's see if I can hit my perfect. I can. So for 846, that's pretty good damage for a slasher team. And now he's going to put up that defense boost, which isn't too bad. But activate your Peroni here. And I think I forgot to mention that your Usopp has to be max. That's almost always a requirement for using them on stage 4 and here. Otherwise, you can only use them on Dofi. Forgot to mention that. Sorry, guys. But you know, I've done this video so many times with all these different teams. Sometimes forget all the tips, but you know, even if you're not running a slasher team, consider watching, you know, the Monster Chopper video or the other Blackbeard videos. You learn a little bit more about kind of the stalling, and we go into a little bit more depth on some of these things. You know, you can't cover everything in videos every time because then it'll just get repetitive. So, and then here's where you just use Usopp for a second time. And honestly, it's going to go probably all 4 rounds, just because it's very rare you get him on the third. But I mean, it has happened depending on your orb luck and your ability to hit your boos. I stink at hitting Mr. 1 and Arlong's moves, honestly. See, I just got a great. I always get these. Okay. And you just smash, 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 and you should be able to take him out. There's really not much more to it than just this. I'm sure in the future there will be some better... Oh, shit. Shoot. Didn't mean to miss there. I'm sure there'll be some better strength units being released, but right now this is just what we have to work with. And it's hard, but, you know, this is probably not the best farming team. I would recommend waiting until you get like a G3 or a Blackbeard or Monster Chopper team. Those are much better at running this, but this will get you your Doflamingo copy for a free-to-play slasher team. Absolutely. Boom. Boom. Alright. With one more character to go, and that would have been it. So there you go, guys. That is Doflamingo 60 stamina. Good luck with your farming. Una out.